everybody? It's Vince and Let's Talk Paintball here with Mike Jeffrey. We are here at the NXL Mid-Atlantic. No, we're not. Windy City Major as a ref trying to come behind us. Sorry, threw me off a little bit. But we have a great set coming up. In this set, it's going to be CEP and Brawl, and then Seadogs and Blast Camp. So phenomenal matches coming up. Who do you think is going to take this one versus CEP and Brawl?
I like Brawl. Brawl's a Mid-Atlantic team. Tom Sellers, captain and owner of the field where they practice Southern Maryland Paintball. Good group of guys. They play unified paintball. I think the field suits them. I like to see Nate Marshall as the one on the snake side, number 17, making some dynamic moves over there.
Awesome. So with that being said, as CEP gets ready, big story here is that Colin Cherry is actually back with the team. So he missed the second event, and then he played California with them and did an amazing job. And then now he's here again. So great to see the tag team duo. We're going to see Evan Manners and then Colin Cherry from CEP.
Nice tall player, Colin Cherry. I think the center really suits him well. Glad to see him back with CEP. They're a strong team. So it should be some bloody knuckles paintball out here.
Yeah, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get the camera on the field as we're starting to get ready right now. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been a great event so far. And just, again, thank you so much for the love and support. If you can like and share out this webcast, a live stream with everybody, it would be great. So that way everyone can see this amazing live semi-pro action all weekend long. As we go in here 20 seconds before the CEP Brawl game starts.
Getting a little hot out here this afternoon.
Yeah, temperature is definitely starting to go up. Definitely going to start affecting things. It's going to start affecting paint, bunkers, the whole 9 yards. So on the breakout here, Brawl shooting towards the snake side, and looks like they also get a snake side player in clean.
That's Nate Marshall. He's a very athletic player going straight to the 50 snake. You love to see it. Had no interest in stopping at the snake too. He checks off that Dorito side wedge. Now someone fills into that wedge. I don't know if he saw him get in there. He did.
Oh, he sees him now.
Oh, great shot. They traded from both the CE player and Brawl. So it's going to be 4-on-4.
Yeah, great job by CEP there.
Filled into the gun, but was able to put one shot on the Nate Marshall and the snake. Now CEP filling the snake. They're in snake 2, making moves on the Dorito side as well for CEP. Brawl filling out snake way, though. They got the snake corner now, little dicey fill, and also the snake side tower. That's Tom Sellers in the tower.
I think Evan Manners just got shot out on the Dorito side for CEP. Taking the slow walk there. Great job by Brawl here, filling into the snake. I don't think the CEP player knows that he's filled in, so...
Yeah, that's 20. Baker filling into the snake, so even on the snake side for Brawl and CEP. CEP in the snake side wedge looking Dorito way. Jeff Whitner coming into the Dorito side brick. He might have shot the snake.
Wow, great job by the tower player for Brawl, shooting down, getting that snake player.
Yeah, that's Tom Sellers, and then they clean up the wedge. So pretty solid point for Brawl. Getting snake off the break with Nate Marshall, a little trade there, and then the final 4 players moving down the field in pairs, peeling off the CEP players and taking a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was 4 bodies up for Brawl.
Yeah, so just that one trade, that was the only body they lost.
Great job all around by Brawl on that one. This match going in, obviously, we have Blast Camp, who is 2nd overall. Really looking to hopefully get the win for this event to help catapult them into 1st. But Rural City Seadogs also doing well in the 2nd event of the year. They were 1st in their bracket, got the bye in, and then unfortunately had a tough loss there on Sunday, which knocked them out. But yeah, great job so far by them. So I'm really looking forward to this action. We were just talking to some of the Seadogs guys, and really, I mean, they come out here and grind, right? Not a lot of high competition in their area. So when they come out here, they do everything they possibly can. They make practices they can. And none of these guys, it's a homegrown team from Canada.
Homegrown team out in the wilderness in Canada. Not a lot of teams to practice up there. Very cold weather. They said they skip the first event every year because they're all snowed out and they don't have indoor paintball to play. So overcoming a lot to be at this level for the Seadogs. Definitely an underdog here against number 2 seed Blast Camp. You better believe Blast Camp is aware that PB Fit went 2-0 today. Blast Camp also looking to start strong and make their case for the series title.
Absolutely. So looking for a big breakout here by Blast Camp.
Seadogs coming out to the snake side. Aztec, no, he gets shot. Seadogs losing 2 off the break. Great break shooting by Blast Camp, but they lose a body off the snake side. So 4-on-3, make that 4-on-2. The Seadogs lose another body. So Blast Camp dominant off the break and then shooting secondaries. It's just the back center, and I believe the Dorito 3 for Seadogs.
Wow, amazing job by Blast Camp. Soap getting in the Snake 1 right now. That's Jonathan Chapaw, also known as Soap, shooting across right now, trying to get that kill on the back center bunker. Now, the back center for Seadogs is going to move out. Good battle going on also on the Dorito side as well, but Soap here looking over the top, hunting a little bit, trying to see if he can find the next player.
I think it's just the snake side can for the Seadogs now. He's all alone, looking down at 3 Blast Camp players.
Yes, Soap talking to Jackson, letting Jackson know what's going on.
He just called it out. That guy only, they shoot him. So Blast Camp's going to take that 1-0 convincingly there. Dominant break shooting, which is going to be, it's always the difference maker. If you're getting kills off the break, you have a huge advantage. So the teams that tend to kill the most off the break tend to go the farthest as well.
So Soap, a little unique style there. So he shoots a brand new Planet Eclipse LV2, but he actually takes the front grip off and just holds it by the actual metal, like plastic metal frame there, and has a little piece of tape over it.
Bizarre.
He did the same thing with his LV1 as well, pulled the grip off of it and just held it by the regulator.
Why?
It may be a comfortability thing for him. I don't know, but that's something that's unique that I notice about that players sometimes.
Interesting.
They just have different little ways they do things. So that being said, CEP coming back on the field right now. Looks like Colin Cherry, Evan Manners for sure. Trying to see. Now, CEP is going to be in gray, black, and white jerseys, right? Brawl is going to be in this, brownish green, red kind of jerseys. That being said, though, CEP killing me with the small names and the small numbers. You want us to talk about you? I need the name shoulder to shoulder, dog. Good inside out move from CEP to get into the snake. Great job. Very Haber-esque.
Very Haber-esque. Trying to see who that is.
Number 17.
17.
CEP.
That's Terrell. Like Terrell Owens is his last name.
Doing a great job here, getting in there, shooting cross. He wants to go. He's trying to get the shot.
He gets the kill on the snake side tower, shoots Tom Seller. So CEP with an advantage here, moving up into the 50 snake.
Wow, amazing job there.
Moving
Shot
up in bunches now, filling the center. They got the Dorito 1.
Yeah, Evan Manners there, number 3. He has the clear Bunker King CMD mask. Very easy to pick out.
That's Nate Marshall on the snake side can. Now CEP, I think that's Cifuentes moving into the juice box on the Dorito side.
So
37, that's Laser in the Snake Aztec. Little showdown on the Dorito side. I believe that's Emu White.
So ref running in.
Jeff Whitker gets shot and gets
penalty.
a minor penalty on the back line for Brawl. But they are able to fill out Nate Marshall to the snake corner.
Uh-oh. Ref is taking Whitner's gun right now.
Oh, boy. CP loses another on the Dorito side, but they still have 4 alive. Oh, but Marshall shoots the CP snake player down the wire.
Ref took Whitner's marker, walking off the field with it. This might be a gross major.
CP loses another. Nate Marshall's still alive in the snake corner. So CEP was, I think, looking at a 5-on-2, and now it might be a 1-on-2 Nate Marshall against 2 CEP players. Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. CEP onto Brawl's side of the Doritos. That's Nate Marshall, the last surviving Brawl player. He's looking at 1 player up on the snake side and 1 on his Dorito side. Looking to make some magic happen. Staring down 37, who's Laser. Up 1. Nate Marshall just going to try to catch a kill on one of these guys and bring it down to a 1-on-1.
Yep, trying to see what the refs are doing right now, as the refs still have not given Whitner back his marker yet. So this could be, they're trying to figure it out.
Laser trying to connect with his player across field. CEP's players are very far apart at this point, and now Nate Marshall's going to get a minor
penalty.
So Brawl's going to start down 1 player. Really disastrous point for Brawl, where Jeff Whitner might be suspended now or something. They took his gun. That's never a good sign. CEP going to tie things up 1-1.
Trying to figure it out right now. I think it may be. So CEP running in to hang the buzzer. Maybe a ramping penalty. Ramping may be cutting in too soon.
You got to be on top of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So great job by CEP to close that one out as the refs are still trying to figure out what is going on. Looks like. So I think it may be an electrical issue.
Yeah, they were talking about the board there, which brings me back to the 7-man days and cheater boards, which is not something you normally see. It's a weird situation for them to pull a gun.
Yeah, so it looks like his marker has a little bit of a board malfunction, and it's not wanting to stay locked, tournament lock or whatnot. So we'll figure out what's going on there. But back on the field right now, Royal City Seadogs versus Blast Camp. Blast Camp looked dominant in that last point, getting 2 kills off the break.
Yeah, Seadogs are going to try to... Sellers talking to the ultimate ref over here about this gun penalty. Brawl not pleased, but the Seadogs about to break out against Blast Camp.
So again, see if Blast Camp can get those big lanes again. Oh, Seadogs gets a kill off the break. Great job by the Seadogs to take a Blast Camp player out.
They also get wide to the snake side corner, and now they're filling up to the snake side tower.
That's Eckerd taking the walk.
Seadogs into the snake. Blast Camp has Soap at the Snakeside Tower shooting inside. They also have the Snakeside Aztec playing heads up.
Jackson Frey also taking the walk for Blast Camp. Never want to see that. Big gun for them. He's kind of their standout quarterback.
Seadogs crawling into the 50 snake now, trying to press their advantage. Snakeside Aztec and the Dorito 1 walking off of Blast Camp at the same time. Soap wheeling and dealing, not going to work. Seadogs coming back with a dominant second point to tie things up.
Yeah, La Papa getting shot out, and then Soap catching a couple extra. That is one thing you don't want to do is bonus ball Soap, because that's what fires him up. That's what gets him really going. So Seadogs right now going to tie it up 1-1. So a little bit of a game here. That's what we wanted to see.
Yeah, if Blast Camp thought it was going to be easy, the Seadogs came out and got a kill off the break and capitalized on it and told them not so fast.
Yeah, because there's a lot of teams out here, like we talked about earlier, that just are not in the hunt anymore. They're just not in contention. They're sitting in that 10th, 11th, 12th place spot, where Blast Camp, lot to lose at this tournament. They're in the 2nd place spot. So last year, I believe they ended in 2nd as well.
Yeah.
Which
3rd or 4th.
Was it?
We were 2nd.
That's where Hurricanes.
First, yeah.
So there was the
team ended up in 3rd, actually.
The Hurricanes. That's right. That's what it was. So. But yeah, they were doing really well last year, and then ended up kind of falling off at the end of the year and didn't make obviously get the pro spot. So the New Orleans Hurricanes did.
And they also struggled at the first event in the prelims, just sneaking in and then losing in the first round. So Blast Camp has been great. You know, don't get me wrong. You dominated in the finals at the last event against Colorado Blitz, the last major. But unlike PB Fit, they've had their issues in the preliminary rounds. CEP starting from a knee at the box, shooting from the hip. That was funny. And then also going to the Snakeside brick off the break. He's asking for a check. He got shot. So down 1 for CEP. I believe they went to the Dorito side wedge. They did have a quick fill into the snake. Nate Marshall again out to the snake corner. He's going to be battling the CEP player down the wire. Misses him.
Yeah, and snake player for CEP right now. No one's looking at him. So if I were him, I'd be going right now. Try to get into that 50. Because I don't think...
he's got Nate Marshall down the wire. He can't crawl inside. That's true. And now Brawl looking to make moves down the Dorito side, getting into the juice box. That's White, number 8. Making great moves. Living behind his gun. Oh, presses it a little too hard. White dies off the Dorito side. However, CEP is going to lose their center player. I think White traded with him making his move.
Yeah, Brawl losing a player out of the back center as well. So I believe it's just a 2-on-3 potentially right now.
Yeah, it's Whitner, Marshall, and the Snakeside Aztec for Brawl. CEP has the Snake too, and I'm not sure what else.
I want to say they have a player on the Doritos side.
Yeah, that feels right. I'm not sure how far down he is over there. Oh, they actually lose Cifuentes on the Dorito side, so it's just the Snake player left.
Yeah, got to be careful here. So mean, might want to just blow it on this one, save your guys some.
They had the wedge as well, but now he's dead. So now it's definitely just the Snake player. Whitner trucking down the Doritos.
Yep.
Smokes the Snake player for CP in the face. Brawl's going to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that was Colin Cherry there in the center. He was tucked into that wedge. We couldn't see him there, but yeah, definitely a little bit of a evened up match though between Brawl and CEP. So not one team running away with it too much, keeping it close.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad to see Jeff Whitner out there again. They took his gun and gave him the major in the last one, but he's right back out there. Maybe shooting someone else's gun.
He is shooting a different marker.
But I'm glad he's not suspended. That's good to see.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where they could tell it wasn't malicious. He wasn't trying to do it on purpose.
Right.
It definitely looked like a little bit of an issue with his marker.
So now Blast Camp coming back out against Seadogs. 1-1. This match has gone exactly how the breakout has gone. So Blast Camp won the breakout the first point, shooting 2 bodies. They won that point. Point 2. Seadogs get a kill off the break, and they take advantage. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Blast Camp, amazing field they have as well. It's kind of a local tournament for them, rocking the new white and orange and black jerseys. So Virgil Frey was actually nice enough to give me one, so I appreciate Virgil out there. Shout out to him.
Deep run for Blast Camp, going Snake off the break. He looks for the check. I think he got bounced.
Oh, I think he took another bounce crawling inside. Ref's going to check him though.
Yeah, he gets shot. Lucky he doesn't catch a penalty there.
Oh yeah, ref looked like he was running like he was going to give one, but
they got Soap in the Snake side tower shooting cross. They got another player in the Dorito side tower shooting cross for Blast Camp. That's holding up the CEP attack on the Dorito side that you see on your screen right now.
Seadogs lose a body out of the back. So you have Blast Camp and Seadogs on your screen right now. Blast Camp, that's Jackson Frey. And looks like Chapaw, a.k.a. Soap, trying to hold down that snake side aggression right now.
And they're in Dorito 2, the big Dorito 2 for Blast Camp. He's probably going to try to get into that juice box before too long.
Yep, so I believe 4-4 right now.
Seadogs filling out the snake side can. They need a little presence over here. Neither team very interested in filling the snake at this point.
Eckert trying to call that kill across the field. Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
Seadogs lose a player, and it looks like he got a
minor penalty.
Falling apart here for the Seadogs, losing both their Dorito players and catching a penalty that I believe pulls the snake side can. Not sure that the Seadogs have anyone left alive.
Yeah, so great job by Eckert calling that kill, and then the ref went over and checked him, and sure enough, he was hit. So,
Blast Camp settling in out here, getting a feel for the tournament environment. Very poised team, you know. They're not too jacked up after winning that point.
That was Eckert, Frey, Soap, and Abulasan over on the Dorito side really going to work there. So great job by Blast Camp. Brawl, CEP coming back on the field right now. Brawl up by 1. 2-1's the score. 9 minutes, 26 seconds left. Again, if you're just now tuning in, thank you so much. Appreciate all the love and support. I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, joined here by Paintball Mastermind and former head coach of the semi-pro New England Hurricanes, Mike Jeffrey. So was able to get a Rich to my Maddie, a Ying to my Yang. Appreciate having him here. I also want to say thank you to the production crew we have here also, and the refs and all of our sponsors as well, as we get back into this action between Brawl and CEP.
Brawl running out Nate Marshall to the snake side corner again. CEP going up to the Dorito side brick. And that Dorito too. Looks like he's clean.
Good job by the Dorito player hiding that hopper hit. Just wiped it off in the bunker as the ref was coming in to check him. Great job by number 18.
And filling into that snake side tower. Also getting into that juice box. So CEP with very dominant position on the Dorito side. Brawl kind of hanging out in the back.
Oh, pushing right into the Dorito side. Now CEP, kind of unorthodox breakout here, as they have both center players up in the center. So they have a center 40-yard line wedge and a 40-yard line Dorito side wedge. So
they're flooding the center and strong on the Dorito side. Laser, or is that Cherry over here?
That's Laser, 37.
Laser in the snake side. Aztec is on an island over here. He really has a lot of responsibility to not die. One Brawl player coming off.
Yep, Brawl drops the body right now.
Nate
So it's
Marshall slips into the snake, though, which is huge for Brawl to bring things back here. I'm not sure that CEP picked him up. One CEP player walking off the Dorito side might have been their Dorito side brick. Now Nate Marshall getting into the 50 snake. Another CEP player dying. Falling apart here for CEP, although they do get into the snake. I don't think anyone saw laser. Lowering my voice because these players are right in front of me. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, a little bit of snake battle developing right now. Oh, wow, he missed. Oh, unfortunate for the CEP snake player. He missed the shot.
They're filling into the Dorito 3, though. I know Jeff Whitner for Brawl has made moves. No, he's dead over there, so I think it's just Nate Marshall over here. Oh,
wow.
They trade down the wire.
Great job by both players. The snap shoot on point. They trade out.
So Brawl almost able to turn that point, but it's going to be CEP, Evan Manners, last man standing out here in a bloodbath of a point to tie things up 2-2.
Unfortunately, Brawl walking off 2 and 3 players at a time. You just, when a bomb goes off over there, they got to do a better job of staying alive.
Yeah, and it's tough because they're really not forcing the issue up the center, right? So CEP getting into those wedges in those 50-yard line bricks, all those backline bunkers get real small when they're bringing it to you. Nate Marshall almost able to bring it back by filling into the snake and being unmatched over there for a while.
I'll tell you what, if you're a player out there and you want to look at the picture of consistency, you need to look at Evan Manners from CEP. That guy not only was the stopgap in Philly, which helped them move on, but then also here, last player left alive almost every time, hanging the buzzer. That's the kind of player you need. You don't always need the flashy player making big moves. You need the player that stays alive.
Yeah, you need those guys, your buzzer guys, your closeout guys, your one-on-one guys. Not always the styling ones, not always with the cleanest dives, but the ones who really know how to pull out the dirty points.
Absolutely. So, again, we'll see Seadogs Blast Camp on your screen, walking onto the field. So, shout out to our sponsors, ProSharp Paintball, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Die Paintball, Sup Air, DLX Lux. As we're into this breakout, is the Seadogs. Heavy guns off the break, doubling up that snake side can, trying to get the shot on the snake player from CEP. Running ref going in to check the center player, though.
No one went wide for Blast Camp, which is unfortunate for the Seadogs having that breakout. Actually, they do get a kill early, so it's 5 on 4 for the Seadogs.
Caught a blind shot coming in over the hopper, on his hopper, so good job there.
Blast Camp has a player up in one of those center juice boxes. Seadogs slow playing on the Dorito side.
La Papa taking the walk for Blast Camp right now. He was the back center player that got shot out.
And no Snakeside presence for Blast Camp over here. It's just Jackson Frey in the Snakeside can playing heads up. And now Seadogs are in the Snake uncontested. Stopping at the Snake 2, which I don't love to see. He could come into the 50 Snake and probably kill the Blast Camp center player, shooting him in the back.
I believe Garrity is in the 50-yard line.
But he stopped short at the Snake 2, wraps and kills Jackson Frey. So big kill. And he shoots the fill. So that's a quick little 2-pack for the Snake player. Make that a 3-pack.
Wow. So unfortunately there, a lot of those guys
that was number 5, Gowlikowski, I believe is his name, with a great point, filling the Snake late and then cleaning up for the Seadogs. Seadogs hanging in there. You know, you got to wonder if Blast Camp gets caught looking down, looking past the Seadogs in a match like this, you know. They're looking ahead in their bracket. You know, sometimes people talk, this is kind of an easy game. These are our tough games, and all of that is poisonous conversation. You got to take everyone seriously out here.
Yeah, we talked to a couple level guys earlier today who, similar deal. They had some good matches on the pro field, and they said every match is a hard match, no matter who it is. So whether we're facing the lowest ranked team or the highest ranked team. So as you can see on your screen here, great sets coming up. Right now, we have CEP and Brawl, Blast Camp and Royal City Seadogs. After that, we have Colorado Blitz, Phoenix Rising, Padres, Veteran Militia. And the last 2 sets of the day coming up after that, Notorious Brawl, 18 Seadogs, CEP, Phoenix Rising, Blast Camp and Padres to close out the day. So again, watch the action live and free all weekend long on the NXL Facebook page in the video section. If you miss any of the action, you can always go back and re-watch all of it. So
Brawl breaking out. They're going to send Nate Marshall short to the Snakeside Aztec and have Tom Seller shoot inside from the Snakeside can. Ref checking their Dorito player. He's clean. So 5 up for Brawl. CEP is in the Snake, though. They're in Snake 2. CEP losing their first Dorito player.
Yeah, and
In the
CEP Snake
50
player
snake,
doing
though.
a phenomenal job getting in there.
Yeah, that's Laser, and he's going to catch a player for Brawl going to the Dorito side tower, so 4-on-4. Brawl now kind of stuck in the back line. CP is up in the Dorito side tower. Make that the Dorito side wedge in the 50 snake. So even bodies, even score, but positional advantage for CEP.
Yeah.
I don't think Brawl knows where he is. He can definitely come to Brawl's side of the field. Nate Marshall's playing like there's no one in front of him. Now he's going to get into the snake.
Marshall's got to be careful, though.
He's going to check down the wire.
Oh, my goodness.
This is his first shot, but now he knows he's there.
That's a shot you cannot miss.
Oof. And now...
So great job, great tactical retreat. Marshall is calling it. Oh, and the back player, Sellers gets shot out.
CEP losing someone out of the center as well. And it looks like White filling into the juice box on the Dorito side for Brawl.
Looks like a 2-on-3 right now.
Yeah, so Brawl's really come back in this point. They had positional disadvantages, but now they're looking pretty good. In Snake 2, juice box on the Dorito side, and Jeff Whitner in the Dorito 1. CEP has their Snake player, and I think, yeah, the Dorito side can. They might have another player on that Dorito side. Tough to tell from our vantage point.
Yeah, they got to be careful here. So Dorito side, you can see number 8 for Brawl.
That's White, really good player who's been around with this team for a while. Slow walking it into the Dorito side wall.
Not wanting to make a mistake.
Nate Marshall's really on. Oh. And there it is. You cursed him.
Commentator curse. So looks like Whitner back in the field storming up the Dorito side as well. So
filling up for White. Nate Marshall's on an island over here in the Snake. He hears the gun down the wire. Little wire battle about to go down here on the Snake side.
Yeah, and I don't overall love this.
Great shot by Nate Marshall. Takes matters into his own hands. Shoots his mirror. Now he's going to shoot the Dorito 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't love that move by Evan Manners in that situation, but unfortunately, the die going forward and die in your bunker, you know?
Yeah. And after Marshall kills the Snake guy, it's kind of a desperate situation where it's just a matter of time before the field gets turned on you.
Absolutely.
So good point by Brawl. Brawl is just a tenacious team, you know? They can get the penalties early, they can go down points, but they're not going to give up. They're one of those teams that's always going to hang around.
Absolutely. A little bit of a surprising match going on, too, for some people at home, thinking Blast Camp was just going to run through the Seadogs. Again, Seadogs, if you go back and watch the Philly event, played phenomenally, beat some big-time teams in Philly as well. So no slouches there. And Blast Camp, giving Blast Camp a little bit of a game. So tied up 2-2. Seadogs doing really well controlling the aggression. I think they realized they need to shut down Chappah and the Snake. They've been shooting that lane. So
I mean, Blast Camp hasn't really been running it. I think they might have run it one Snake off the break, but the Snake has not looked like a priority for them, at least not early. They seem to be pressing the issue up the center big time and definitely working on the Dorito side, but they're a little slow ball on the Snake side.
On the breakout here again, doubling up that can on the Snake side.
And shooting the wide player for Blast Camp going to that Aztec.
Blast Camp losing 2. I think they lose the Papa and Abulasan. Oh, wow. Lose Jackson Fair at the bottom, too. Blast Camp just falling apart right now on this point.
Also getting smoked. So it's going to be a quick one for Royal City Seadogs.
Yeah, I would towel right now.
10 minutes left. This is looking like it could be one of the more higher scoring games that we're going to see out here. Quick points where the team that wins the breakout has been converting their closes pretty quick out here.
Yeah, you can hear Seadogs pumped up in the pits right now as they get 2 quick kills off the break, followed by 2 more kills about 10 seconds later.
I'll tell you what, on this field, like any field, if you're winning off the break, you're in good shape. So the Seadogs, if anyone was sleeping on them, you got to take note that they're getting kills off the break.
Yeah. And that I like that double up the can on the Snake side move. They really seem to be chopping up that runner.
Yeah. They killed the Blast Camp player going to the Snake side Aztec, which is not, it's shorter than the Snake, obviously, but it's also a very dicey bunker to make off the break. So I would expect Blast Camp to either pull up short the next one or send someone out to the corner. Now we're coming back into Brawl and CEP. Brawl up 1.
Yeah, so far doing a great job. With the exception of a couple little minors at the beginning of the match, Brawl seems to be putting it together a little bit better.
Yeah, Nate Marshall really standing out. First of all, being unshootable going out to that Snake side corner and being athletic and nimble enough to play that small bunker really well. and explosive enough to launch into the snake with very little notice. So I think this is a really strong field for Nate Marshall, and he's so far generating good offense for them.
Absolutely. So as we got about 39 seconds left, right now, Brawl only up by 1. What are you telling CEP to try to come back in this point?
Get a kill off the break, keep our composure, get into the towers early. Let's lock down some zones. Let's have our 1 try to get at least to the corner early because we know they're going to have Nate Marshall wide, right? So you can't just play short and assume they're also going to go short. You know they're going to be in that corner, so you don't want to give them wire dominance.
That's awesome. Yeah, great insight there from one of the head and leading coaches in the semi-pro division, Mike Jeffries.
Brawl lining up. Nate Marshall going corner again.
Yeah, it goes straight into the corner again. So
and they shoot one off of CP going up the center to the Dorito side tower. They have the snake side tower shooting inside. Brawl does lose 3 bodies out of the backfield.
Wow.
Off the break. So devastating point off the break for Brawl. I think CEP might have had success shooting at the shooters. Nate Marshall does get into the snake, though. If CEP loses him, Nate Marshall could really turn this point around in the 50 snake now.
Yeah, Brawl definitely keyed up on Colin Cherry in the start, but then
Nate Marshall catches a CEP player going up the gut, so that's going to be 1 kill. This wedge player picks him up, though. Nate Marshall taking another step. Oh, what a shot. Double clap someone down the wire. Nate Marshall, he knows he's got that brick right in front of him. Gun batting right in front of us. We're getting the spray. Ooh, looked like Nate Marshall might have shot him over the top, but no.
Got to be careful right now.
Ref's
running, check him.
He gets called out, and now CEP is going to go ahead and hit the buzzer.
Great job, CEP players. So they'd had a little bit of action going on there so the Brawl player had gotten past the 50-yard line on CEP side of the field. CEP player in the wedge was able to stop him and distract him long enough for the CEP Dorito side player to go all the way down the field and hit the buzzer. So great job there.
Yeah, it was a low-odds situation for Nate Marshall where he's down bodies, but he's almost able to turn it around, which is what you want to see from that player in that situation. But still not enough in the end, and CEP ties it up. And now we got Blast Camp walking out, down 1 against Royal City Seadogs. We'll see what Blast Camp does with their bodies off the break. They've had trouble surviving the breakout against Seadogs. That's been the difference in the match so far.
So historically here for Blast Camp, they have started a little flat on Friday. Every Friday so far, they've started out kind of flat, and then made things happen as the tournament progresses. They are definitely a team that gets 1% better every single point they play. But some of the early points are a little shaky, as you're seeing right now, as Royal City Seadogs up by 1 on Blast Camp. On the breakout here, Royal City Seadogs again.
2 in the can. Heavy guns. Blast Camp with the smart move to go up into the Dorito side wedge, but they do lose Jackson Frey out of the snake side can off the break. So Seadogs with the off the break advantage.
But look at this strong push up the center as Soap is in the juice box right at the 40-yard line here. A little small bunker looking to get some Dorito.
Going out to the snake side corner, though, and Soap looks like he did get a kill off that Dorito side, so it's 4-on-4. Now he's going to switch snake side.
Got to be careful he doesn't over gun battle the side right now. He's looking at a lot of bodies in front of him. He needs to get players next to him pushing a little bit, help with the aggression.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit on up the gut island over here. La Papa at the snake side, Aztec shooting inside for Blast Camp. But now Blast Camp getting into the Dorito side juice box, but Seadogs, as we're talking, getting into the snake too.
Great job by Seadogs player to run through the center and get Soap. Oh no, I think the Seadogs player just hurt his knee jumping over the snake.
So Seadogs in the 50 snake. Blast Camp coming into the 50 Doritos. Seadog loses a secondary fill.
Major penalty.
He gets a major penalty. And so Blast Camp going to close things out. That's a really tough penalty to get there for the Seadogs.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be starting down a body, getting a major one body pulled.
Yeah, that is a tough one there. number 11 was looking to wheel and deal a little bit there in the snake, but the ref come over and pulled him out, and he's looking like, hey, dog, not me. And he actually shot 2 or 3 balls, and the ref said, no, you're out on a penalty.
Yeah, and also, like, that fill into the snake when you have a guy in the 50 is really not the move, I don't think. So, really tough turn of events for the Seadogs to catch that major on sort of an unnecessary fill.
Yeah, so Blast going to tie it up now, 3-3.
And potentially starting up a body the next point, we'll see.
So coming out onto the field is going to be CEP versus Brawl. Close game here. Kind of back and forth battle.
Both these games. CEP getting ready. Brawl. Let's see if CEP can manage to shoot the Brawl player Nate Marshall going out to the corner. Tie game, 4 minutes left.
Yep, so again, ton of time, right? I mean, we haven't really seen too big of like point matches. We haven't seen these like crazy,
7-6.
Yeah, 7-6 games yet, but if CEP and Brawl keep up the action, they keep scoring quick points on each other, we could see, 6-6 game or something along those lines.
Or this could be the last point of the match.
Or it could be the last point of the match, yeah.
So you got to be ready for both situations for these players. Strapped up in the heat. Nate Marshall lining up. He's going corner.
Again, in semi-pro, it's a 5-point Mercer rule. And there are ties, so no overtime. So we do have ties in semi-pro. So as you can see here, 10 seconds on the clock, counting down CEP on your screen. Look for strong guns. Again, big guns off the break all the way up into the tower. Very mirrored up is Brawl.
Laser staying in the blind zone for a minute before dipping into the snake side can. CEP also into the snake side tower shooting cross. I think he might have shot a Brawl player. We got a running ref on Brawl side of the field checking that Dorito 1 player.
They got to be careful. Last thing they need right now is a penalty.
Another penalty. Yeah, they held up Nate Marshall short that time at the snake side can.
So Brawl player looks like he's called clean over there on the Dorito side.
5-on-5. Both teams rolling guns.
Oh.
Both teams in towers.
Wow, so the tower player here for Brawl gets shot in the pod as he's loading it and dumps it immediately.
Classic move. Got to do it. That's Tom Sellers. He owns the field they play at, Southern Maryland Paintball. Just holding down that Dorito side zone. Neither team in a big hurry to move, especially with these tower presences. Very difficult to make moves up these wires. Ooh, the CEP player gets shot out of the Dorito 1. I think that was Tom Sellers from the tower who killed him. Brawl immediately taking advantage, bumping into the big Dorito 3. That's White over there, number 8. He's going to be looking to get on the wire and get down the field a little bit.
Oh, and they're giving that CEP player a bunch of love as he's walking out. And by love, I mean lots of paintballs.
CEP gets into the snake, and Nate Marshall immediately fills out to the snake corner to hinder his progress.
Phenomenal field read in that situation to know where they're at and react to it.
CEP also getting into the Dorito side wedge. He's probably going to make sure that Nate Marshall can't fill into the snake. Tom Sellers filling into the snake side wedge. He's going to stay inside for a moment. CEP now crawling into the snake too.
Yeah, so
losing Nate Marshall out of the snake side corner for Brawl, which is huge because that allows the CEP player to go into the 50 snake uncontested.
Is this laser here in the snake for CEP?
I believe so. He shoots Tom Sellers easily and is... Ooh, who caught him? Great fill out by the Brawl player to the snake side Aztec to catch the snake guy sleeping.
Yeah, unfortunately, Laser, even though he got that great kill, moved into the open and just got caught slipping.
That's Baker, number 20, in a 1-on-2 now. It's the juice box. I think that's Colin Cherry, or I'm not sure.
It's actually a 3-on-1. There's another player on the Dorito side. So CEP, there we go. There's the towel.
That's smart with a minute 37 seconds left. Minute 30, that's a normal point, so Brawl doesn't have to panic, but they will be down 1 now that they conceded that point to CEP. Really, really great back and forth point right there.
Colin Cherry's got to be careful. He's already given Brawl the wave goodbye on the shot. So So, hey, love the celebration. Love to see it happen. Love the energy. But got to be careful, as we did see in the Carolina Crisis game, celebrate a little too early given the I'm eating sign, and then almost lost the buzzer.
The match, yeah.
By 1 millisecond, he was able to get the buzzer over the other team. So
yeah, keep it swaggy, do the celebrations, but take care of business first.
Absolutely. So here on your screen, you see, looks like 24 Chapa, and number 7 Garrity. Looks like Abul Hassan is out there as well. Jackson Frey, number 12,
with the visor.
There, La Papa.
La Papa sprinting out.
Number 17.
See that? He's going up.
So Garrity, big move up here in the middle.
To the snake side wedge.
Followed up on La Papa right behind him.
Soap back on the Dorito side, which I consider his natural habitat, moving into the Dorito side wedge.
Oh, man, Garrity caught a hard bounce off the hopper, but it didn't break.
Jeez Louise, someone's not storing their paint correctly. Seadogs kind of stuck in the back line. They didn't get a kill off the break. Now Blast Camp's in the Snake 2, uncontested over here.
Oh, he over gun battles that situation. So La Papa, traditionally very methodical player, over gun battles that situation for no reason and loses.
Yeah, but still, Blast Camp in a great situation. Seadog's going to towel it with 7:44. This game's going to go to X-Ball almost certainly. But right now it's CEP with a 1-point lead over Brawl. These two teams about to come back out with 1:37 left in the game.
And Blast Camp up now 4-3. So, yes, I mean, it's going to be one of those situations. There's a ton of time left in the Blast Camp game. But the Brawl game, not so much. Brawl CEP, only 1:37 seconds left. So, again, if you're just now tuning in, if you've missed any of the action all day today, you can actually go back on the NXL Facebook page in the videos and catch all the morning action we had so far. Great games we've talked about so far. Notably outstanding points from Haber, from Distortion we talked about. Those quick 9-second points, very clutch play. Also had some really close matches as well. So if you missed anything today, or this morning or today, you can go back and watch those. Again, it's the NXL Facebook page. Go to videos and you'll see those recordings. So with that, though, I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors out there. ProSharp Paintball, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Dye Paintball, Sup Air, and DLX Lux. Along with them and all of you watching at home, you are helping us provide a free and live stream all weekend long on the premiere field here for the NXL Live. So, again, share this out to everybody. 167 current viewers right now. Hopefully, like I said, you share this out. We can get all the love going for paintball. Show friends and family. Bring it up at your home field. Do everything you possibly can to help grow this right now. So, coming on the field, we have CEP and Brawl, 1:37 seconds left going on here. And if you can, leave a comment down below on who do you think is going to win this? Who do you think is going to pull it out, Brawl or CEP? Let me know what you think.
I expect Nate Marshall to be running out to the snake corner. No, he's pulling up short, gunning at the snake can. CEP takes the snake corner.
Ooh, Evan Manners wipes off a huge elbow hit. Wow, good job.
CEP loses their snake corner off the break, but Brawl losing one off the Dorito side off the break, so I believe it's 4-on-4 out here.
Yeah, right now.
CEP in the Dorito side tower, slowing down any advancement on the snake side for Brawl. Brawl getting into the Dorito side wedge. CEP on your screen in the Dorito 3, rolling their guns in that tower.
So as a minute ticks off the clock here, under 60 seconds.
This is a really difficult situation for Brawl because CEP is set up really well on the Dorito side. So Nate Marshall is basically going to have to take the game into his own hands here and wheel and deal his way into the snake, which is exactly what he does. Now he's uncontested over here. Brawl loses another body. They got 3 bodies, looking at 4.
41 seconds left. They have to start pushing. They get another kill on the Dorito side. Brawl might open this up right now. There's a player in the tower on the Dorito side right now, and they get him. They need to push this point in right now.
And they do. They shoot the last player on the Dorito side for CEP. You just have the back right.
22 seconds left.
It's time. You have time. Nate Marshall has to figure this out, though. He's looking inside like there's somebody.
Got to get up on his horse right now and go.
He shot him. They traded. Okay, so it's
10 seconds left.
Brawl's going to get it. They're going to tie it up. This game's going to be a tie.
Wow, great job by Brawl to bring that back and not end up with the loss by 1. So
I mean, that was such a great closeout by Brawl there, where CEP had the Dorito 3, the Dorito 4, a tower player, and a can player very well set up to contain Brawl's push. But Nate Marshall really broke it open by getting into the snake and forcing all those guys to be wary of him coming up and shooting them inside, allowing the Dorito players a little more room to breathe. They closed it out really nicely, figured it out just in time. Really great back and forth match between CEP and Brawl.
Absolutely. So a ton of time left in this one. Blast Camp up by 1 on the Royal City Seadogs. 7 minutes, 44 seconds left to go. We will go into full X-Ball. So essentially what that means is the previous game is done. So no longer Brawl and CEP. That match is over with. CEP will tie with Brawl. And then for the remainder of the time here, it's going to be Blast Camp versus Royal City Seadogs.
With just 2 minutes between points, so this becomes a real test of the stamina and cardio of these teams. Seadogs pulling up short, 2 at the can. We see that again. Very heavy guns. They shoot one of the shooters for Blast Camp. Blast Camp able to get out wide on the Dorito side to the small Dorito. They got Soap at the Snake side tower shooting inside. They mirror that with the Dorito side tower shooting Snake Way.
So a little bit of a switch here. They put number 53, Abu Hassan, over here on the Snake side. Usually for Dorito side player as Jackson Frey takes the walk out of the back.
Yeah, so Blast Camp, sort of defensive postures right now, rolling their guns up 1, but they do kill a Seadogs player off the Dorito side. They are going to lose one of their own, so I believe it's 4-on-3 for Seadogs, maybe 3-on-3.
Yep, Bayron taking the walk.
4-on-3 for the Seadogs confirmed. They're in the Dorito side wedge, the Snake side Aztec in both cans. Soap, though, looking to go to work down bodies and up points.
I think it's 3-on-4 right now in favor of Seadogs, but I think they just got a kill on the Dorito side.
Yeah, I think Soap.
3-on-3.
I think Soap making that move into the wedge. He caught that Dorito side player making a move. So now it's a 3-on-3.
3-on-2 as they shoot out another player. Trying to see Soap right now sharking up the middle.
No, it's still 3 for Seadogs. They're in the Dorito side wedge, the Snake side Aztec.
Oh, the player stood up. I thought he was walking out. He just stood up.
And now Soap coming through the middle. I think he wants to bunker that Dorito side wedge. Yep, here he comes. Oh, taps him in the back of the dome. Great move by Soap. Stays alive. Now he's going to trot up.
Oh, my goodness. That player is not loving life as he took 3. Soap put 3 in the back of his skull.
Yeah, savage move by Soap there. Really nice moves going forward, down bodies. He catches a Dorito side player for the Seadogs and then comes through the middle. Really high-level play to give Blast Camp a 2-point lead with just under 6 minutes left here.
How do you feel about this? Soap, modern-day Chris Lasoya?
Dude,
the way he moves up the center, doming people in the back of the head.
Dude.
Long hair, don't care.
We're in semi-pro events.
Hey, everyone starts somewhere.
Hey, maybe 3 years from now we can have that conversation. He's got the long hair, he put it in the dome, but I think you got to prove something on the big stage before you get to the Chris Lasoya stuff.
Hey, I like Soap. I said young.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
say early stage. How about the early
there
stage
we go,
Lasoya?
There we go. A nascent Chris Lasoya.
There we go. Teenage Chris Lasoya. So, again, we are in a split deck. The previous match is done, so we have about 1:19 here between points. 2 minutes total, 1:15 taken down. Blast Camp up 5-3. Kind of starting to walk away with it a little bit, right? Roll City Seadogs definitely still in it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a 2-point game. I think they've won 2 straight, so the momentum is definitely favoring Blast Camp. Seadogs had success early pulling up short and doing that heavy guns at the Snake side can. Blast Camp has kind of learned how to survive these breakouts now. So I think if Blast Camp can stay 5 alive on breakouts for the rest of the match, they're going to be in great shape, and the Seadogs will be in trouble. If the Seadogs can find a way to get those kills off the break, I think it's anybody's game.
So on your screen right now, you see La Papa, Baron, Soap. Looks like Abu Hassan. I believe that's number 7, Garrity. Getting his spin. Jackson Frey not out there. Taking a point down right now.
That's a smart move by Virgil, the coach, knowing that there's 6 minutes left and we're in X-Ball. You kind of want to save. You got to think about the stamina of your players. You know, I don't want to use the word save them, but it can get taxing to play point after point after point out here.
Absolutely. So on your screen now, big breakout here from Royal City. They don't double up that can again, but they do push out the corner and make it.
And they shoot the shooter. They shoot the back center again. Seadogs, more than anyone else we've seen out here, has had success shooting the back center off the break. They do lose 2, though, shortly thereafter with face hits, so you hate to see that. However, they are uncontested on the Snake side. They're in Snake 2. I think this is Gawilowski. He had a good game to start this match off. He's dipping way outside. Oh, so creative by Grolowski there. He steps out all the way to the out-of-bounds line, shoots the Snake Aztec in the face, then comes inside and shoots Soap. And now he's going to shoot the Snake side Aztec on the fill-out. Nope, he misses him. Incredible move.
I think he thinks he shot him too.
Grylowski. Polysyllabic last name, Polish in origin for sure. Seadogs coming back in this point.
Oh
no!
Unnecessary move forward on that.
He didn't know that the Snake Aztec had filled out to the corner, so he caught him sleeping on a sloppy bump forward. 2 alive still for the Seadogs.
Hey,
2
good.
alive for Blaskamp.
Overall, great job by him getting in there and really doing some work. Unfortunately, just got caught.
Yeah, it might not quite be enough. We'll see. Seadogs have the Snakeside can and the Dorito 1. I hate this posture right now, though. They're playing like they have a lead. They're down 2. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left, and they're both crossed up.
Yeah, really got to be careful on this one as Blastcamp is controlling the field right now.
Okay, so Blastcamp is in the Dorito 3.
That looks like Baron on the Dorito side, creeping through.
Now he's in the 50. Seadogs, I think, have no idea where he is.
And I don't think he knows where the... Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he claps up at least one of them, but then he gets caught by the Seadogs player.
I was going to say...
the Dorito 1. They might have traded.
I don't
Ref
think...
coming in, reaching for his pocket.
So is that it's going to be a minor on Blastcamp.
No. I think it's a minor on the Seadogs.
Is it?
Yeah. Because he came in and checked him and then threw the flag.
Yeah, but I think he was checking him to see...
Is anyone alive? They're doing the is anyone alive thing. It looks like it's going to be a no points.
So kind of the way I seen that is Baron didn't know where that Dorito side player was. Baron pulled up. The Dorito side player on Seadogs shot him. Baron shoots back and hits him. So the Seadogs player is calling the ref over going, he shot me after I shot him.
Yeah.
So the ref goes over, checks the Seadogs hopper, says, yep, you're right, he did shoot you, and then throws the minor penalty to try to get a Blastcamp player.
Yeah, I see. So if that's the case, then Blastcamp, it'll be a swing point, and Seadogs will be down 1, and Blastcamp should start down a player. We're about to get the call here from the head ref.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if it'll be a
major on Blastcamp. We just got the confirmation from the booth, so that should be a point for the Seadogs, and Blastcamp starting down a body. At least 1 body. Down 2 bodies. Huge turn of events here for the Seadogs. That Snake player really turned that game around by shooting 3 bodies over here. Blastcamp's final player on the Dorito side tries to come down and clean things up, plays on, gets a major penalty, which makes it a swing point for the Seadogs. When you get a major penalty and there's no more players on your side, the point goes to the other team. And that also means that Blastcamp will be starting with 3 players. So 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. The Seadogs will be down 1 and playing 5-on-3 this next point. Huge turn event, not over, Vince.
Yes, Blastcamp has definitely put themselves in a bad situation here. Originally up by 2 points, now only up by 1 and playing down. So, again, Blastcamp, no slouches. They pulled off low body matches before, low body points. But in this situation, as well as the Seadogs are playing, they're really pulling it back. it's going to be tough to win a 5-on-3 against them.
But it's an interesting situation because you are up 1. So sometimes what you're thinking in this situation is, okay, if it's a tie game or we're down points, we run really far and just try to make it a quick point. But you have a lead here, right? So you don't have to blow the horn if you lose a guy off the break. You want to make the Seadogs, they have to come to you, and if the Seadogs make a mistake, they can't assume they've won this point before it starts.
Absolutely.
Blast Camp, a kill off the break is really what you're
crucial right now.
3-on-4s, we see those pulled out all the time.
Yeah. 3-on-5s, a little harder.
3-on-5s are tough.
Confirmation from the ref right now. They're starting down bodies. So they're trying to figure out right now.
Calling 10 seconds now. Blast Camp going to play with 3 players this point. Soap looks like he's going to go up the gut. He's going to gun to that Dorito tower, wrapping it and looking to go into that wedge. I love the way Soap's playing this.
Yeah, so Eckerd, Soap, and Frey out in the field right now trying to get a kill. Unfortunately, don't get a kill off the break.
And they lose Soap. Seadogs now getting on their horses.
Wow, great job by the Seadogs storming down Dorito's side to get rid of Soap as they knew he was going to be a nuisance.
So Blast Camp going to blow the horn, so it's going to be a tie game, 5-5. Highest scoring game we've seen out here so far. Still got 3 minutes left.
So all tied up, 3 minutes left. Yeah, I mean, momentum's swinging the other way now. It was Blast Camps, now it's Seadogs.
You were talking like it was all over, Vince. I had faith in those Seadogs guys, that Canadian spirit, that cold weather down in their bones.
That's true. I will be honest with Blast Camp. Anytime they go up bodies, there's a very high likelihood that up points. There's a very high likelihood they win those games. Statistically, historically, they go up 2 or 3 points. They make it very hard for teams to come back on them. So with the Seadogs, like you said, just that drive, that dedication, especially coming off of a decent finish, in Philly, I think, like we talked about, right? Seadogs are one of those teams. They're probably not going to make it into the top seed, right, for overall points. They only play a couple events, but they could be the spoiler here.
Yeah, they're coming out here to play spoiler, and they're doing something that no one else is doing out here, and that's shooting the back center off the break. So they're having their can guy. They're putting 2 in that snake side can and having 1 pull up short and shoot for the shooters, and they're having a ton of success with that. It's a really interesting kill to get off the break, right? Because normally it's your deep runner who gets shot, and you're like, okay, well, just hold him up short. But they're shooting someone who's staying short, and that makes it a lot more difficult to what are we going to do to get 5 bodies alive.
Absolutely. So as we set in here for the last 3 minutes of this X-Ball match between Blast Camp and Royal City Seadogs, getting a shot of the pits here. Got a mobile camera now going through on a gimbal, going through the pits and everything. So shout out to Bob, our producer, who is hooking up all these great shots for us and trying their best to give you guys a phenomenal live stream experience.
We got Jackson Frey back out there for Blast Camp. I think he had 2 points down, so he should be fresh.
10 seconds.
Let's see if Seadogs pull up short. It looks like they're going to send this guy out wide to the snake corner. Nope, he pulls up and shoots. So 2 in the snake can again.
Yeah, mirrored pretty much.
Blast Camp did not send a back center, right? They did 2 in the snake can as well to avoid that shot on their shooters.
Yeah.
Seadogs lose their Dorito 1, but they do get into the Dorito side tower. He's shooting inside, so it's 5-on-4 for Blast Camp. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. This could be the point right here. The team that wins this is going to have a huge advantage. Soap getting up into the Dorito side wedge. That's going to make things difficult.
Phenomenal communication here by Blast Camp. Really letting everybody know where they're at. That's going to be the key. Now, I don't necessarily know if I agree with them holding the cam player for too long. It's very easy if they get up, they're going to pinch those guys out.
Yeah, but they do have Soap in the wedge who's not allowing the Seadogs guys to fill out wide. So as long as the Seadogs don't get wide.
And as I say that, they break out to the inserts of the snake.
Snake side added stack, and Soap moves up into one of those juice boxes in the center. Seadogs losing another body, so it's 3-on-5. Blast Camp with the advantage. Seadogs have to start thinking about the horn soon. If this point they don't get a kill in the next 30 seconds, I say you blow the horn. Because if you're Blast Camp, what you want now is a slow close. You have a 5-on-3 advantage. You press methodically on both sides and try to hang the flag with 10 seconds left. Seadogs lose another. If you ask me, it's horn time right now. 5-on-2. Seadogs, 1:37 left. I see the coach walking over to the towel area.
Yeah, this is where you got to blow it. You got to blow it. You got to blow it.
They're really lackadaisical about it like they have all day.
They're pressing their luck right
20,
now. There we go.
You know, if you ask me, that was about 15 seconds too late, but
yeah.
It's still down 1, minute 24. You can play a normal point, minute 24 seconds, but really controlled gameplay by Blast Camp there. I really loved what they did, doubling up that snake side can. They're like, hey, we're getting shot at the back center. Let's do what they're doing. That'll be safe. Played it patiently, and Soap's really dynamic up the center right now. He and Ryan Rodarte, to me, are the standouts up the center so far.
Absolutely. I think that's a good point there. I would say if you're looking at how Soap is playing it very methodically, I mean, he's not a small guy. He's tall, right? So he has those opportunities to get those kind of taller shots as well. So when he gets up there, and he has an amazing pop-to-top shot. So I would be looking for that center, and the center on this field, you can make it very easy, right? Yeah. It's not like you can get stopped off the break. You can kind of cut up the middle in between those towers, like you were saying earlier. Rub up against one of those towers. You can get in that center so fast.
The towers are easily makeable with your gun up even, and then from there it's just a quick bump into the wedges, and from the wedges you have options. And Soap's really taking advantage of that. He reminds me of like Harrison Fry, Tyler Harmon, those guys with height who can get really small too.
Oh, you don't like my Crystal Sawyer reference? I see how it is.
Reminds me of, I'm not going to say he is the next,
All right. So on your screen now is the schedule: Austin Notorious versus Brawl. And then we have Colorado Blitz, Phoenix Rising, Padres, Veteran Militia, and then CEP, Phoenix Rising, Blast Camp, Padres. So looking forward to these next games coming up here. So CEP and Brawl, that set is done. They did end up tying there, and then Blast Camp and Roll City Seadogs going on right now.
So this is really interesting now. If you're scouting Blast Camp, this is an enormously useful point to watch.
Yes.
Up 1 point, 124. What's their play? I doubt it's going to be back 5. That's not really their identity. But where are they going to push with their lead in this situation? My guess is that it's Soap up to the tower trying to get up the center again. But, these are interesting moments to work in a snake off the break run, right?
So from a coaching perspective, you being able to watch this back, right? What's the advice that you would have to coaches who are going to want to watch this back and scout some of these teams, especially like Blast Camp?
If you're scouting Blast Camp, you got to have eyes on Soap, and I would say that their point of emphasis is not the snake side. So I would be trying to bring the game to them on the snake side. I would be testing their guns, trying to run snake off the break.
And what about Seadogs? What would you say if you were scouting Seadogs right now?
They shoot the back center off the break. You can't just hang out there and, do your shots and stand up tall and all that. They're making a point of emphasis shooting shooters.
So you gotta shoot that guy who's trying to shoot your shooters.
Yeah, it's a chess match, They make an adjustment, you adjust to the adjustment.
On the screen right now, breakout.
Blast Camp 2 in the can. They lose their Dorito can. Oh, he's asking for a check. I think he's clean.
He's clean. And they skip the back center again.
They skip the back center again. They send Soap to the Dorito side wedge. Seadogs pressing up the center. They get out to the snake corner. They're in the snake side wedge playing heads up. 5-on-5. 1 minute left. Blast Camp is really rolling their guns. They went pretty full defensive posture. Now we got a Seadogs player coming into the Dorito side wedge. I think he's just going to try to get Soap off the field, but the problem is you have Jackson Frey and that snake side can on the cross. Jackson Frey is basically just going to try to catch a streaker coming up the center of the field, and Soap is inside to catch someone streaking down the Dorito side. Seadogs lose a body. They are in the snake. Frey gets shot, so now Soap is exposed. We'll see if the Seadogs can pick it up.
Yeah, big move from that snake can
Seadogs
out.
in the 50 snake. He needs to be on the wrap, but he does shoot Soap.
Oh, man.
23 seconds. You've got to be aware of the time here. They lose their snake side brick. Big run on the Dorito side.
Abu Hassan running down.
And he lives.
Wow.
And this snake player, 10 seconds left. He's got to be running for the horn. He's going to catch one over the top.
So Blast Camp losing another body on the
It's all
Dorito side.
Blast
I think
Camp
it's too
wins,
late.
yeah.
Good job by Blast Camp to hold that point out. Lots of crazy action going on right now. I think we have looks like at the same time we were calling it, they had a Seadogs player that tried to run down and hit the buzzer. I don't think he quite made it.
Way
though.
late, yeah.
He's begging for a penalty right now, though.
Yeah. You know, that was a really tough one to watch for the Seadogs because I think that's Blast Camp fans over there just celebrating the victory is what it seems to me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Abul Hassan comes off yelling at his pit. I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure in that situation, game time is done. Seadogs lose 6-5 to Blast Camp. But the refs were having a little bit of a conference here as there was a little bit of chaos. And that's what I love, too. Situations like that, team has to push. They have no choice. There's a minute left. You get to that 10-second mark, and that guy's in the snake, and he just loses a gun battle over the top.
Well, no, he wasn't even sprinting. You know, he was like standing over trying to figure it out. The Blast Camp guy is in the Dorito 3 and catches him trying to figure it out. You don't have time to figure those things out at a certain point. You just have to run.
All right, so coming up next, our first point of the next set's going to be Colorado Blitz, Phoenix Rising. We'll be right back after this commercial break for more great semi-pro action.